Nico,
Don't bother. Kinda just want to be left alone.
we have a lot to think about. How we got here, how we failed.
Yeah, you think?
We can talk tomorrow, when you are feeling better.
Yeah, right. Might be a while.
I will be here.
But Wanda won't.
Ileana, are you okay?
My best friend just tried to murder me. What do you think?
We knew trying to save Wanda was going to be a risk.
I know. But is it really worth risking the life of everyone here to do it?
I think so. Do you not?
I just want to close my eyes and when I reopen them, have this all be some bad dream.
We both should get some sleep.
It's the only thing left to do tonight.
Good night, Magic.
Good? There is nothing good about this night, Hunter. Nothing good at all.
Hunter, if you're looking for caretaker, she went to her room.
Yeah, and she made it very clear she doesn't want to be disturbed. She's pretty upset.
We really screwed up, didn't we? I knew we shouldn't have gone messing with that mirror.
I'm worried about Nico and Magic. I think they're in shock or something.
We're all in shock. It's gonna take some time for us to pull it back together. If we manage to pull ourselves together at all.
Caretaker? It is Hunter.
Leave me be. I'm not exactly in the mood for visitors right now.
Whew, you look like hell, dear. I suppose you must feel like it too after these very rough few days.
I am not worried about me. I am more concerned with how everyone else is faring.
Not well, obviously. I am sorry you were unable to save Wanda, but at least you tried. I can't help but feel responsible for how things played out. Perhaps I pushed you too hard to save her too soon, before you, Nico, and Magic were ready.
What happened was not your responsibility. We chose to betray Sarah's trust and put the lives of everyone here in jeopardy. You did not make us.
Yes, but if it wasn't for me emboldening you, we may have avoided this whole mess.
I cannot get Wanda out of my head now. Seeing her like that. I know I did not know her before she fell, but she was in so much pain. It permeated from her. I could feel it tear right through me. I just wish I could have freed her from it.
I know, dear. Me too. Maybe you'll get a chance to again. In the meantime, don't beat yourself up about it too much. And remember how much Sarah and I love you.
Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No.
Why?
Because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magic, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Ileana? A warning. I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Ileana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda, but until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
They went behind our backs, nearly cost us everything.
They were trying to save their friend, like any of us would do.
Please, I would never do anything that reckless.
Do you even hear the words coming out of your mouth anymore?
I would never do anything that reckless, given the stakes.
Really?
Okay, fine. I would never do anything that reckless today.
I give that a solid maybe.
I want you to know I understand what you're going through. Fighting your own mother's not easy.
Does me no good to think of Lilith as my mother. She is the enemy of all existence. That is more important to me than any bond we once shared.
That's easy to say right now. It's a lot harder when you're looking her in the eyes.
You speak from experience.
It's why we're talking right now. A vampire bit my mother while she was in labor. She turned. I became this. Hunting those bloodsuckers, I always knew I might run into her one day.
And were you ready?
No one's ready for something like that. Listen, all I'm saying is that fighting Lilith won't be easy for any of us. But for you, it's gonna be hell. I just want you to be ready when the time comes.
Count on it.
I wanted to apologize for last night. I just couldn't believe what you and the rest of the Sons did, and needed time alone to process. I knew I underestimated Nico's desperation to save Wanda when I realized she swiped my spellbook. I keep thinking, if I hadn't given up on her so easily, if I had listened to them, helped them, I could have prevented them from going out on their own and risking all. Do you think they are right, Hunter? Do you think I gave up on Wanda too soon?
Only you know the answer to that.
I just couldn't face her day after day. Not after what happened with Agatha. I wish I had been stronger. Oh, I can't help but be reminded of Lilith. Maybe if I tried to save her centuries ago, we wouldn't be walking the apocalypse we're in now. Well, I ought to pull myself together and face the day. Thanks for the word, Hunter.
So I know it's impolite to talk about the demon in the room, but let's talk about the demon in the room. I mean the one in the forge, specifically, not the others that haunt this place. Or my dreams.
Understood.
I know I said I was completely comfortable with that thing before, but I may have lied. Mainly because I thought it was listening.
It most likely was.
Was what?
Listening.
You're joking, right?
No. There are times I hear it whisper to me, begging to be released. I find the entire thing quite unnerving. Tony?
Ah! Glad we could have this chat. Really eased my mind about everything. By the way, you don't happen to have a pen or a quill, do you? Just want to jot down a few last words in case I get swallowed up by a hellmouth while reaching for some pliers.
No, Hunter, I am not. And neither is Limbo. The dark energy is increasing.
This danger you feel, have you given more thought to what could be causing it?
Yes, but I do not want to say it out loud.
Would it be easier to write it down then?
I see what you did there, Hunter. But no, writing his name down would feel like I was summoning him. Words have power. I do not want to give him any more than he already has.
He?
If I am right, you will see soon enough. But tonight, that's all I can say.
A few of us are meeting up tonight. It's a book club. You're probably busy, but if not, the others said I should invite you.
A book club?
Yeah, I didn't figure the great and powerful Hunter would be into a book club.
Is a book club some form of weapon? Do you strike with the spine?
You hear that? That's the sound of Agatha rolling in her grave. Book clubs are simple. You read books and talk about them. Sometimes there's punch. Anyway, I'm headed to the meeting. I doubt it's your thing, but if you're interested, you could tag along.
After you.
Okay then. Here's how this works. We pick out a book, we read the book, and then next meeting we talk about the book. It's my turn to pick, so give me a minute. I need to narrow it down.
What is the best book you have read so far?
None.
You have not read any books, but you are starting a book club?
Hunter, I've read half the books in the library. I have too many favorites to list. I meant I have no book club favorites yet.
You are being evasive, and I do not know why.
This is technically our first meeting.
Huh. I thought this was a regular thing you did.
Yeah, I want it to be. Doesn't matter how sharp your weapons are if your mind is as dull as a brick. Just give me some space. I need to find the right book if I'm going to. I need to pick the right book, okay?
All right.
This is the first book club I've been to that didn't devolve into a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Must have been some book club.
A few years back, Bruce and Tony started an Avengers literature circle. First book chosen was Banner's favorite. Tony hated it, said it was the worst poetry he'd ever read, that a mascara-blinded lab monkey could have written it better. I still don't know what that means. Turned out, it wasn't Banner's favorite book, it was Hulk's.
Oh no.
We lost 2 floors of Avengers Tower before he calmed down.
What happened next?
Black Widow invoked the "this is why we can't have nice things" rule and banned book clubs from meeting at the tower.
I think that went well. Carol seemed to enjoy herself. What do you think?
Lade, did you start a book club so Carol would join it?
No. Yes. Sort of. We were talking about books, and I may have suggested the 2 of us read a book and talk about it. Captain America overheard and expressed interest. Carol said I was starting a book club, and he asked if he could join.
Then what?
What was I supposed to do? Say no to Captain America?
Knowledge is the key to a person's heart.
You think?
It might be the key to Carol's heart.
The key to mine is a silver stake, so you got the better end of the deal. Glad you came, Hunter, but don't forget to do the reading.
All right, I will.
I'm not kidding.
You wanted to speak, Captain America?
Please, call me Steve or Cap. I know I'm a newer kid on the block, but I'm noticing some major divisions within this team. All the interpersonal drama is pulling focus from the real danger, Lilith.
I have witnessed the divisions, and I must do a better job of resolving the conflicts at hand.
Hardest lessons hit the closest to our hearts. Leading others is never straightforward or easy. It's definitely not all on your shoulders, but I respect you for taking accountability. Don't forget that you're the only one of us who's beaten Lilith and paid the ultimate price for it. You stand out here as a leader. The Midnight Suns, Strange, Carol, Tony, even me. We all look to you for our cues. It's a responsibility, and it's a tough one.
I have been a weapon all my life, to be wielded and directed by others. Leadership ability is not my forte. I would appreciate a few pointers.
Just the fact that you're willing to learn means you're on the right track.
I would benefit from your honest appraisal.
Take it step by step and build some bridges between teammates. We're all tired, but some team building might be what we need, even if it's just blowing off a little steam. Times like this, it's easy to forget we're all on the same side. You've already made the ultimate sacrifice once before. I've been there. I know what it's like to be asked to do it again and again. It doesn't get easier, but you get stronger and better at making the hard calls. I've given you a lot to process, but let's pick up this conversation again soon.
Any progress on the journal?
If by progress you mean genetic experimentation recipes, demonic incantations, and what Strange here thinks is some sort of, wait for it, Lilith fanfiction Faustus wrote in a 10,000-year-old dead language...
Ancient Atlantean.
Then sure. Tons.
I actually speak a little Atlantean.
Tio mile oth ep isis?
But I did find this.
A hole?
We think it's a shipping facility. Or smuggling. Faustus may have been a demented loon, but the man kept some pretty detailed records.
Possibly for stealing. From me.
Via the hole.
Let me guess. That's why I'm here.
Well, given the nocturnal and clandestine nature of this operation, as well as your experience in dealing with subterranean affairs.
I'll bet. Ever wonder why you people only come to me for the dirty work?
Because you are a vampire? You sleep in the actual dirt? Or a coffin?
I mean, there's sort of a point buried in there. Sorry.
Let's go. I don't want to sound like a diva, but just once, I would like a mission on a tropical beach.
Checking out a big dark hole in the ground does not excite you?
Been there before. The thrill wears off pretty quick.
Combing through Faustus's twisted ramblings wasn't the easiest job in the world, but Captain Marvel did manage to find a spot of particular interest to the late Doctor. Judging by the Hydra activity we've picked up in the area, I'd say she's on to something.
Carol never fails to impress. Big hole.
Big horde of Hydra.
Think we finally found out how they're smuggling artifacts out of the Sanctum.
Good. Then there must be a way to smuggle ourselves inside. Let me guess. Stealth not your style?
I'm a vampire, remember? We invented stealth.
You might want to tell that to them.
Take this! I'm not sure if it's ethical for people like us to beat up chumps like you.
That's the last of them. Well done.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Better not be a Fire Dragoon lair. Hydra's been busy.
Whatever the hell they're doing down here. It smells wicked. Remind you of something?
The Sanctum. Back door?
Gonna say yes.
We serve our mother. We await the return of the midnight sun. We hate interlopers and their little brains.
I would have preferred the Fire Dragoon.
Fairly certain we found out how Hydra is getting the artifacts out of the Sanctum. I'm also fairly certain that I hate this guy. Let's see if we can't shut him up.
Come closer, little vampire. Feed our eternal hunger with your eternal blood. We shall feast upon your brain forever.
Can honestly say I've never heard that one before.
Their best was still not enough for us. Hydra would make a far easier meal than us, monster.
Yes, but underneath their crunchy shell, the meat is spoiled. Mother's blood makes them stronger, but sours the flavor. Too much gamma for our liking.
Well, that put me off my lunch.
Watch this. Seems like it'd be cheaper just to replace you guys with robots. I bet Tony would cut Faustus a deal.
You are puny.
Caught me off guard. It's like alien superglue.
Hey, Van Helsing! If you're gonna do something, now's the time!
Hang on, Dracula. This one's gonna hurt!
Purge that monstrosity! No!
Damn. Light within the darkness.
Return to me, child.
Must not heed the call.
You cannot escape our destiny.